Brad, nice to meet you.
You as well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'll be better when we get this deal over with.
Yeah, hopefully we'll reach a good agreement.
I'm pretty positive we can do that. So, I'm vice president for Hawkins Development Company, and I want you to know that I have full authority to get a deal done today, all right?
Great.
So, I'm assuming it's the same for you?
Yes.
Okay.
I also have full authority.
All
I
right.
just want to get this part over with since it seems our partners can agree on it last time. So
I know. It seems like everything's really good except, one little thing. So,
yes.
if we can get this Article 22 things straightened out, I think we can make it work.
Right.
So, I guess that's why the deal fell apart. And so I'm kind of, if you don't mind, can you tell me why maybe you guys aren't wanting to change this Article 22 provision?
So our main concern is we know the area right now is a good area. It's expanding. However, we are concerned with such a long lease term that in the future maybe the area won't be as profitable for us. And, it might not be convenient for us to have such a big store there. So this would give us an option to relocate if needed.
Okay.
And that's mainly the only, that's our main reason why.
Okay, so profitability and relocation. You just want to be able to get out and make money. I get that. Okay. Pretty much our thing is, we're pretty fine with it the way it is. The bank's just not going to finance it for us, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we can't get financing unless we have a little bit of a change to this, all right?
Okay.
I think,
and we are willing to see what your suggestions are and see if we can work with that.
I'm going to shoot you an offer right now, and we can make it work.
Sure.
If this is down for you, I'm fine with you guys. I'm fine with keeping this the way it is, and letting you guys out whenever you need to. But if you could agree to giving us some kind of approval, so we can be if you're getting ready to leave, give us maybe notice before a couple months that hey, we're thinking about pulling out, okay, and then maybe letting us have approval over who you're gonna assign or sublease to. Does that make sense?
Would that be your only change or addition to this?
Honestly, if you gave me 6 months notice, all right, that you're gonna get out, and then just giving us full approval before you get out. So we're gonna lease to this store. If we shoot that down, then you just got to find another store until we can find one that works well with us. I think we can. That's really all we want.
Okay, so you would just want notice and then just approval on who we're subletting or assigning to?
Pretty much. So and then if you decide to sublet or assign, if we don't like them, we can deny that, and you've got to keep renting from us and staying there until you find somebody that we can work with.
Mm-hmm. What kind of new tenants would you be?
All right. So basically, someone similar to you guys, someone who can be an anchor tenant, and kind of carry it over because our smaller satellite stores are worried about you possibly subleasing to a bunch of different smaller stores because you got a big space, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then competition comes in and stuff like that. And really, financing is key on having an anchor. So if you could just finance to a similar, sublease or assign to a similar anchor, then I don't see a problem with letting you guys out. I'm fine with that.
And of course, since our concern is, the area possibly not being that profitable for an anchor store, would you be willing to allow us to subdivide it into maybe, I know you're concerned about subdividing it into multiple stores, but maybe 2 or 3, so that way they're not necessarily anchor stores, but they're larger stores?
I'm open to that. I really would like to just have one anchor store, okay? Similar to you guys. They don't even have to, you see what I'm saying? In the soft goods industry.
I understand, however, if...
Yeah.
I would love to be able to guarantee that to you, but, if it's not profitable and, if we are wanting to pull out, then I can't, there's no way I could, guarantee that another similar store would want to go there.
I get that. That's kind of just where the approval's coming from. We can work together to find some kind of suitable option. All right, maybe 2 different stores, but they're gonna have to be larger stores. All right, we can't do smaller satellite stores. Just we
Yeah,
gotta keep
I
arguing.
understand that. Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
and we were expecting one of your concerns to be probably us subdividing since we do have such a large space.
Right.
So I understand you wanting to limit that. So would you be willing to do an alternative? So in the alternative that we weren't able to say, find you a new anchor tenant, or the two biggish stores. Would you be wanting to possibly include a non-compete clause in here just to make sure? So if we were to relocate, we would just completely go somewhere else. That way we're not interfering with any of your business at all.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm not really worried about you guys competing as much as just like getting a financing agreement, and keeping our smaller stores happy. Like they're more worried about like when you guys leave, like more stores coming in competing with them already. Does that make sense?
Okay. So your main concern then is just making sure there's no competition.
We don't want competition, right? We need an anchor. But I mean, we could probably do 2 stores. I mean, maybe we could throw something in there like you're gonna look for, and we'll help you look. All right, we can make it. We can work together on this.
Sure.
And we'll look for like a similar anchor store. If we can't, maybe like 2 stores or something like that. And that's fine. But like try to get 1 store first, and if not, maybe 2 stores. But as far as like you guys leaving, I'm fine with that.
Okay. And one other thing, since you said you're concerned about like you want a similar store to us, so like we specifically only sell like clothing, shoes, gifts, like no food, just so it wouldn't affect like any of your food courts. If you would like, so that the new tenant in the future is able to look at the lease and see like what they would be getting into,
right?
Or what they would be agreeing to. We could change the use to just be similar to what we do. So, just basically just selling like soft goods.
Yeah.
If you'd like.
Okay.
Well, I mean, so we'd get to keep Article 22. We just have to give you 6 months heads up. Let's change that to a 1-year heads up.
Perfect. I like that.
Just because we would be, with how large our stores are, we would be able to see in our numbers if we need to pull out a year out, and that way it would buy us both more time.
I like that. Yeah, that's a very good idea, actually. Okay, so 1 year notice, subject to our approval, and we'll help you look for something.
No, we're changing the terms of use to just soft goods only. That way your other satellite stores can keep doing what they're doing and not worry about any competition.
Okay, I like that.
And would you be willing to stick to the 2 stores? Just because it would be difficult, I feel like, to find another. I mean, I don't know. Are we currently the only anchor store you're talking to? Or?
Yeah, we have another anchor store that's interested, all right, but obviously we want you guys. They're not as known as y'all. We really want you guys. So, I mean, we do have other stores that are interested, which is also why I'm not too worried if you guys decide to pull out. Maybe we can find another anchor. So if you don't mind, like we could do 1 year subject to approval, and we could look for like 1 store first. If that's not going to happen, then we can move into the 2.
Sure. You want to do like 6 months?
Yeah, let's do like.
Then 6 months, try to find 2.
Yeah, within 6 months we're looking for 1, and then in 6 months we can do 2. I think we can make that work.
Yeah, that's great.
And this way, I mean, you guys can get out. We just want to have a little bit of approval,
Yeah, and like our lease is 25 years long,
right?
So we want to make sure that that we have a good relationship, because we're 25 years. We're going to be dealing with each other a lot.
And I don't think that we're going to have a pretty profitable area. I mean, I know nothing's like set in stone yet, but I think it's going to work out good for you guys.
Yeah, well, we sure hope so, and we hope yours is too. This is your largest development, so we're we're there with you, taking the risk
Okay,
and
that's good.
hoping everything works out.
All right, so we'll change the terms of use, and then 1 year, and then within that 6 months, we're going to try to find just one
Just
anchor.
one anchor, and then if we can't by the 6-month deadline, then proceed with 2.
And you're cool with like subject to our approval, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I think we can make that work then. I think we got a deal.
All right. Look at that.
Perfect.
Pleasure working with you.
Yeah.